The New York lawfare against Trump with the E Jean Carroll campaign was funded directly by Democrat national money. The DNC. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Let's get to this one. This is a scandal unfolding. Remember, Trump was tried after this case by Alvin Bragg, Juan Merchan, for misusing campaign funds to pay off Stormy Daniels. What about DNC funds that are paid to fund the E Jean Carroll prosecution of Trump? Let's read this from the Daily Caller. Thank you to the Daily Caller. By the way, subscribe if you haven't yet. We'd love to have you on the team, or don't languish in obscurity. Fine. Exclusive: DNC sent millions to law firms behind unprecedented lawfare campaign against Trump. Remember, they always accuse Trump of what they do. They did this. Democratic National Committee, DNC, has sent millions of dollars to law firms that are intimately involved in an unprecedented lawfare campaign against former President Donald Trump, according to Federal Election Commission, FEC, records reviewed by the Daily Caller. Of course, we need the Daily Caller to bring this stuff out. MSNBC, CNN, none of the main outs, New York Times, they're not going to report on this. It takes Daily Caller to read the actual funding. No one else cares because it does not help the Biden campaign win. The DNC paid close to $2 million since August of 2021 to Kaplan, Heckler, and Fink LLP for legal services. According to the DNC's FEC filings, Kaplan, Heckler, and Fink LLP founding partner Roberta A. Kaplan, that was E Jean Carroll's gal, represented E Jean Carroll in her sexual assault and defamation suits against Trump. Guys, this is money laundering. This is laundering and illegal donations, reverse donations. The New York Times previously reported that Reid Hoffman, who was a Nikki Haley fan, and he said he was terrified of Trump repercussions if Trump wins. Good. The New York Times previously reported that Reid Hoffman, the billionaire co-founder of LinkedIn, helped pay for Carroll's lawsuits. The DNC did not pay the firm for any services from its founding in 2017 until August of 2021. Then what happened that made the DNC, the Democrat National Committee, start funding a law firm? Who was on the ballot? Carroll initiated her first lawsuit against Trump in 2019. The firm states that it was founded to, quote, build a law firm for the future rooted in principles of equity, integrity, and justice. Are you guys still in your chair, or someone get a spatula and scoop you off the floor? You're laughing so hard at that. Holy moly. Someone get me some smelling salts. Partner Joshua Matt served as counsel for the House Judiciary Committee during the first Trump impeachment trial. There you go. Just load them up with Democrat operatives, guys. Stack them up in a law firm. Then start sucking in that Democrat campaign money. He was invited back to serve on the second impeachment trial, according to the firm's website. The firm also touts, quote, representing former U.S. District Court Judge John Gleeson as a court-appointed amicus to the United States of America, Michael T. Flynn. The DNC has also paid Wilmer Cutler Pickering Hale and Dory LLP several $1 million for legal services, in quotes, since 2021. That's kind of like Fonnie Willis paying Nathan Wade for legal services. According to the FEC filings, ABC News previously reported the firm has, quote, represented the DNC for a long time. Sure, we're not trading accounts or moving money from DNC to actually persecute one of Biden's top opponents by trying to drain money from him. So he has to pay her and pay the appeal instead of fund his own campaign. They'd never do that. A Democrat, are you kidding? No, these are good people. These are good old fashioned Southern people right there in New York, where they stack people like rats in cement structures. Several alumni from Wilmer Cutler Pickering Hale and Dorr have ended up with major roles in the Biden administration. It gets worse. This is so dirty. So that now they're also pulling them out of this law firm and putting them in the Biden administration. Guys, there's no transparency. Where does the government end and the Trump prosecution begin? It's an invisible line. This is funded by Biden and his party against a political opponent. It's so much cheaper to fund this lawsuit than actually run ads and try and get your candidate to win when he's Joe Biden. They're going, we're not going to bet on this guy. Are you kidding? Look at him. He's a vegetable. Here you go. They've ended up with major roles in the Biden administration, including Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, Defendant 1, the criminal, and Ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar. Yeah, because you can't just have money being used in this country. You have to have them in bed with Mexico. Okay. Former special counsel Robert Mueller is also a Wilmer Hale on the Mueller investigation that looked up Trump and the Russia gate. We found the dirty consensus of all this crap is this law firm in New York. Good look, New York. Good one. There's now clear and explosive evidence that the Biden DNC is paying Democrat law firms to engage in this unprecedented lawfare and election interference against President Trump, said Mike Davis, who we follow on Twitter. We quote him regularly. He's great. A legal advisor to Trump and president of the Article 3 project, told the caller. In April, the DNC spokesperson, Alex Floyd, stated that, quote, the DNC does not spend a single penny of grassroots donors' money on legal bills, unquote. Do you trust them? Let me know in the comments below. Do you trust that statement? Oh, we don't send a single dime. The DNC doesn't, as they fund this law firm. Floyd's statement came in response to the news that the DNC had been using donor money to pay for President Joe Biden's legal bills during special counsel Robert Hur's investigation of him, which we just covered in the last Merrick Garland one. Dude, this goes out to Merrick Garland covering up the Hur tapes. The DNC did not immediately respond to inquiries regarding the payments of the two law firms because they were too busy drumming up more lawfare against Trump, trying to pay more money to persecute a political opponent because they know they cannot win the election, guys. I know there's a tiny bit of good news in this. This isn't a stretch. They have to go this far into shady, criminal, unfair stuff because Trump is so good and Biden is so bad, and they know the voters are seeing it and they're running terrified. And it's making them compromise every principle they believe in. It makes them erase every line, every boundary they've ever had. They're willing to do anything it takes because they really do believe. Remember, the Democrats believe the same as we do. The Democrats believe it's the end of America if Trump wins. We are patriots. We've got this country's back. We've got each other's back. And a bunch of apparatchik, Marxist Democrats are not taking this country from us. Last man standing. Got it? I'm Doug in Exile.